Today's the day that loyalty died, huh?
The perfect place to do some mushrooms.
I've done a lot of interviews. That was pretty bad.
Sean doesn't know his dad is in prison yet. What if this breaks us?
All right. Oh, you're recording. Okay. So I'll be right back. No.
we need. I want Josh to start it now.
It's not going anywhere for me. Like,
Yeah.
I think, what's her name's good in it. The girl plays Ashley. And I like the guy with the what's it called? The brace on his arm, or what is it? Yeah. And you know, I get it. There's, you know, it's artsy, but it's just not really grabbing my attention, no matter where the heck I'm from or how I was raised. You know, it's
it's not like, a matter of relation, it's a matter of enjoyment.
Yeah. Like, okay, like I'll say this about movies or shows, like if they're like, okay, for example, Black Panther, you know, he gave a shout out to Oakland in Black Panther, you know. But that wasn't his main focus, you know. That was a good movie that was like, hey, let me show you Oakland, you know, where I came from. But to me, that can't be like the only thing in a movie to be good. You know what I'm like, you know how like Ant-Man the Wasp or Venom had San Francisco in the background. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but that doesn't mean I like the movie just because.
You still need a story.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of compare this to Insecure, because they say LA is another character of Insecure, and in Sex and the City they say New York is another character of the show, but they don't really throw the cities in your face a lot, you know what I mean? Like you catch it, things happen naturally, and I feel like with this show it is kind of, you know, jammed down your throat a bit. But I would compare this to those where Oakland is another character. I just don't think they're doing it right.
Right. Yeah.
But I do agree with you that it's not going anywhere. And it's really just about the characters. You're really just like enjoying the characters and what they go through.
Yeah.
There's really the only story really is Miles being in jail and Ashley dealing with that in these different ways. But it's like,
and that's
really it.
That's not even a story anymore. Like I said, it's like I said before, but even saying what I'm going to say about the story, I love this episode though.
Really?
That guy, I love the guy. I love him. He's fucking hilarious. I loved him. But the story is, I think my mind now, when I watch it, I don't even look for the story no more. Like, I know I'm going to get he's in jail, I can't tell my son. That's the base of the show. It's every episode is just going to be that. So it's like, I don't look for the story. The sister hasn't gone anywhere from her struggles of being the stripper or whatever. Like Tasha, you said the friend, the black friend that was next door, you was like, I want to know why she's so stressed out about wherever she was at. And she came back. She said it again, like, yeah, when you have to come back here and start over. What happened? What happened over there? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, give us something else. It's the story for the story. There's no story. My mind is going, there's no story. But I just, the episode, and you know what? The interesting story is the guy.
Yeah, you know what? They should make a show about him, because there's actually something he's doing. He's like trying to find a job, and then he's smoking weed, and then like, oh shit, I can't do this. Like, you know, he wants to get a job, but he has to go back home because his curfews and stuff. Yeah. He's got a moving story. Yeah,
he is physically fucking hilarious. Everything about him is just hilarious. Not even forced. He's just like, he's ridiculous. Like the whole scene when he's climbing in the car, I'm just fucking crying. Like, why is he doing this? He whipped out the cord. He's doing hella extra shit to plug it up. I was like, this guy is fucking ridiculous.
From that to throwing his body onto the property.
Yeah.
He's there, but he just throws his body on the property. But another thing, so I was saying, I wonder what's going on with the friend and why she came back and all that stuff. The other thing I was asking was what we talked about with the sister and being really upset that she had to strip. And Miles in the beginning, when he's doing the recap thing, he was like, you know, I feel like there's something she's not telling me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's more to it. So I don't know if that's because there is more to it, or if the part he's talking about is the fact that she had to strip. Like, I don't know.
And I know what you're talking about, because in that montage they showed like 4 different scenes of her when he was like, I think there's more to it. So it's like, what part is he talking about when he said it? Because it shows her stressed out over here, that it shows her having to go do the strip thing. She's stressed out while she's getting dressed. He's like, I think there's more to it. But it's like, okay, well, then go into that.
Yeah.
They just kind of, they say stuff, and then they just kind of, they fucking, they act like the dude and the friend has something going on, and then they just fucking,
So,
it's like,
Oh yeah.
when they were on shrooms and they were pulling all that stuff out, and she started pulling out that cord,
yeah,
I thought
I
that
think
was
that had
like,
something to do with him.
yeah.
Because in the whole shrooms thing, all of them showed what all of them were dealing with.
Right.
But it's like, we already know, so show them actually dealing with it.
I just felt like all the other girls, I was like, oh, they just showed up this episode, and I didn't really like had a moment to connect with them because they're like, they're expressing their stories, but I'm all like, oh, okay, but I'm trying to figure out who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to like.
Okay, so I caught the art in with the sister and the stripping. I caught with the I mean, remember they came sliding on the pole, and they're like, come on, and she got the fucking the handcuffs is cuffed to the pole. She's saying like, I'm stuck here. You know what I mean? It's like she always comes back to being a stripper. Like, I could see what they were doing with that image of it. The rest of them was kind of like random and all over the place, but it's like, I just need the explanation. Yeah. But I love the guy's rapping when he's running home. That all the shit he was saying in the raps, I was like, he's like going the fuck off.
What about the one in the beginning? Anybody like that one? Ashley's rapping.
I mean, it's a bit of the same thing. Like, I still like it. It's a bit of the same thing, but like I said, you're talking about the same shit. I don't want him to come see him. I don't want him to know he's in jail. You've been saying this for 5 episodes now.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
Like, yeah.
Next.
Well, like, was this the first episode she was really like struggling of like, Miles wanted to see his son, and she didn't want to take him in jail.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say that. So they have bullet points of like, it's like one full sentence. He went to jail. He's in jail now. I don't want to say anything. I think I might have to say something. Now he's saying something. But they take that and make it a full episode. So now it's like, he wants to see his son. But this is 30 minutes of he wants to see his son. We're not going anywhere.
She doesn't even take him to see his son. You know? Right.
But then it was before, it was like, I don't want to tell him. So now we have 30 minutes of I don't want to tell him. We have to go somewhere with this shit. I get that the situations are funny, like Insecure. The situations are extra LA shit. They're funny situations. I'm sure they all relate to that shit, but the storyline is still going with the situations happening.
Yeah.
Like like I said, it's like the story's not there, but I still love the ambiance.
Yeah, this scene, as random as it was my favorite scene. When he was stopping at the stoplight and the song started,
shit
and they all
was my favorite scene.
I was like, these random things that happen in the show, I don't care for, but that one I really like.
Yeah,
that one was
because he just started gigging extra hard for no reason, but I was crying like he just going the fuck.
He's trying to get home, and he legit stops at the stoplight to wait till he can walk. And the guy pulls up. That whole scene was a lot of fun.
Okay, but Tasha, but you know what? None of the dancing in this one annoyed me. You know why? Because those 2 fucking guys were not there.
I didn't say that.
I told Katrina, I said, this is the first time those 2 motherfuckers weren't in the show. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying they're bad, because I think they're very good dancers. But if you're pushing extra Oakland, then let it be extra Oakland. Don't grab 2 people from somewhere else and put them in here to display anything. It's not for you to display.
Yeah, I did notice that too. I was like,
so it was like, it just seemed more the dancing seemed way more authentic, to where like you want to get out there and dance with them like they.
Yeah.
As random as it was, it somewhat fit.
It did.
So yeah, I think that's why it didn't bother me as much as like all the other random stuff in the other episodes. But
No, this shit was, and he was going for a good ass job. And I was like, oh, the Port of Oakland. Now, everybody trying to get in there. Like, how the fuck you get that?
it's cool. It worked out for him too. She was like, "You're punctual," like
Yeah.
That was good. That was funny. But I did like seeing Ashley and the sister like kind of bond over the shrooming experience, and now they're like they're probably still going to be beefing, but at least there's some kind of like.
Of course, because they always do something in the next episode. It's like, we forgot about all that. We're back here.
Yeah, you can't solve the issue. Resolve the issue until the end of the season, maybe, with her fighting with the sister.
3 more episodes.
Yeah.
So when they were coming down the strip poles, I was like, okay, this is where they find out they need to work together to get this business off the ground.
You're still on that.
I'm still on that because it has to go. That's where it has to go. It has to go there. It's the only thing that makes sense. I thought it was funny when they were fighting those fucking when they were fighting those judges, and the dude came running through. It's like, what is he doing there? He ran through and punched the dude. That was random.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm kind of just watching it because we're watching it. I probably would have watched it anyway because I would have started it and then would have finished it. But I'm kind of just watching it at this point. Like
right. Okay. So because
I can't wait for next week. It's just like, okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. So like you are obliged to watch it since we have to talk about it.
No, I would still watch it even if we weren't talking about it. But okay, so the randomness of it is kind of like a because you know how they stole the whole fucking beginning from
Shameless.
So the randomness is almost Shameless like, but even in Shameless, there's a storyline. There's a story there. It's random as fuck, but there's still a story there.
It connects, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like first season they had to like, what's it called when Frank went to Canada? He shipped him off to Canada because he was being a piece of shit, and then he had to go get him back. So there was like an objective in each episode, or like certain relationships they were like struggling with. So yeah. But there was a lot of more crazy shit in Shameless.
Yeah, there was always something concluded. Something always concluded at the end of it.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's just the randomness of the show because this is kind of like Insecure, but Insecure is not this over the top. With the randomness. The randomness is more Shameless, but it's not as random. There's nothing on this planet as random as Shameless.
No.
But even in that, there's a story. Even in that, there's a story.
In Insecure, the random things would be when she would just break out freestyling. That doesn't happen in every episode.
Right. Or when she would just run into the blood dude that talks with all bees. It's like little random shit like that. That's very LA based. But the storyline is still the storyline, and it progresses. We've been stuck at 1, and we're on 5 now. We're still stuck at 1.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens the next few episodes. If it
I don't know.
It's lackluster. I won't be watching season 2. Maybe it's just going to be a limited.
I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know, but we'll see. I'm just gonna get through the season.
I'm gonna watch it because, like I said, I still like it. It pisses me off with the storyline, but I now when I turn it on, I don't look for a storyline. I'm just gonna watch what's happening. I'm just in the show.
In a year, I'll probably forget about this show. Like that's how much like it's not really sticking with me. Like it's.
I already forgot about
it.
Yeah, it's been.
I no. So it's like watching 106 in Park. If you get what I mean, like you're not thinking of, I'm not holding on to these episodes like it was so dear. Go back to episode 2 and look for it. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna necessarily hold on to anything.
Yeah. It's a 30-minute show, so it's easy to get through. Now, if it was an hour long, I don't know.
I would still watch it.
I still watch it too, but I'll probably find myself on my phone, like, hey, what's on Instagram? What's something?
Like I heard this. What happened?
Yeah. I'm just gonna let Lamar and Tasha talk about it. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that part.
Or that one scene when they did that one thing. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. Like, I'll watch it. Like, okay, I guess I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty much have to do it because the story's not going anywhere. Now, if they can somehow develop the story, in these next 3 episodes, then that would be amazing. But I doubt it wholeheartedly that would go anywhere else. I kind of want that guy to get his own show. Him right here.
Yeah, that's my favorite character in the show. Like, every time he's on it, I like it. Like I said,
Yeah.
there's a story with him. And
with him,
like him and the friend were about to hook up, so I'm kind of like, all right, they gonna hook up or what?
And they was like, "Hey, forget about that. Now we're over here."
Yeah, we'll be back. Maybe next season we'll explore on that. Like, I'm just saying a build up to season 2. So
like I said, I'm still. I don't know. I guess I'm biased. That's why I'm invested. If they were in Brooklyn, I would turn this shit off and not watch it again.
Representing.
Yeah. We need
it. Yeah.
Power takes place in New York.
Oh, that Power. That first episode was good. Did you watch it?
I ain't watching it.
Racing Kanan. That is a good show.
Down with Power. I'm good.
Whatever.
So, all right. Next will be episodes. We're gonna do episodes 6 and 7 at the same time. That'll be the next thing. So that's it for that.